as you guys are led to the door of the Black Ledger and led out into the street of Flostayne, which is now waking up and beginning to come alive. Excuse me. And really beginning to, because it was early in the morning when you guys showed up here. What are you guys planning to do? Because you've got a couple hours. She said it would take a couple hours for her to get that list to you of associates that she works with in the magisterium, or associates that she does not work with in the magisterium that could be part of the Forgotten Sons.
Could go investigate somewhere else.
Good.
Could go talk to my forgotten son.
You could.
Oh, yeah, we kind of just stitched him.
Yeah,
He
Again.
passed out.
Okay, yeah, he's passed out. It's okay.
Well, no,
Plot
he
twist is
should be
still later.
awake. Now it's a new day, but he had passed out after the fight.
I'm gonna let him find. He found me once. He can find me again. It's okay.
Oh, again.
Banning him twice.
Yeah.
Anime dads, man. I come back stronger every time, you know. All right, team. What we doing? What we thinking?
A couple things to remind you guys of. You guys did have a list of new jobs that you could potentially go and pick up. There was the matter of a set of gauntlets that Noemi was charged to find via her patron. That is out of country, though.
Oh.
Do we all have our passports?
We need passports?
Flostayne passports?
No, not necessarily need passports, but definitely will need traveling papers.
We can go just check out the jobs right now first, then.
I'd
Just take a
say,
walk
yeah, let's go check out the jobs.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys head back to the Broken Moon Company's guild hall. It is already beginning to hustle and bustle with people. People waking up, getting done for breakfast. The three, what are they called? Reception desk are full of people in line. There is the job board that has stuff that are not like special requests. They're just stuff that no one has picked up, and so they eventually get put into the job board. So where are you guys headed to? Who are you going to talk to? One of the receptionists, or are you going to go look at the job board, or what's up?
I'm down to just check out the jobs.
The job board? Yeah.
Yeah. Straight to the board.
The job board are, again, they're not, they're contracts that have been given to the guild that no one has picked up, and after a certain amount of time, they just put them up on a come as you are kind of board. As you go up to the job board, there are a number of pieces of parchment tacked up to the board. Are you all looking, or is like one person looking specifically, or are you guys looking for a type of job specifically?
You guys want money?
I was gonna see the type of job with the amount of incentive, the money.
Okay, well, the first thing that you notice about the jobs on the job board is none of them offer bonuses. And none of them can be taken into consideration when going for advancement, rank advancement in the guild. They are all a mishmash of like S through D ranked quest. There are a couple that take place within the city of Flostayne specifically. One of them is for a clearing out, you could say, of one of the miners' tunnels, kind of like the miners' tunnels that you were in when you fought the satyr. One of the miners' tunnels has become infested with creatures that are inhibiting work progress. There are also a bunch of little odd jobs, like fetch quest sort of stuff. Like the Arcane College needs so many bundles of like a certain herb or mushroom that can be found in the like proximity of the city, but they just don't have time to go out and get it. They range in compensation from like 25 gold a piece to like at most for like some of the more mundane is like 100 gold per person. There are some that are in proximity of the city but do not actually have like city. They're given from the city, but they don't take place in the city. They take in place outside of the city in like the wild. You see a job order for the capture and retrieval of a creature. Give me a second, I'll tell you what the name of this creature is. Do 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 do. They are known as keep worms. And someone wants, or they're paying 750 gold to anyone who would go and capture and bring back into the city a keep worm.
How big is the keep worm?
If you want to know, you can either roll me Arcana or Nature. That's how it's spelled.
Oh.
10. I'll let you have advantage on this because of your guild, actually. So we'll go with that nat 20. A keep worm is a gargantuan snail.
Ooh.
The snail itself, the body of the snail is 20 to 25 feet tall. They are called keep worms though because of the shell that they carry on their back can be used to build and like construct mobile houses or mobile keeps in and out of the shell. The shell itself, with the shell and the worm, they stand around 30 to 40 feet tall.
Holy crap.
They are normally docile. They're not super aggressive, but they do bear a little bit of danger in capturing them simply because of their size. And if they are hurt, they will get aggressive to the point of defending themselves. And again, their size is what makes them dangerous. That and there is like normal snails and mollusk and like stuff like snails. I don't know if snails are not actually mollusks, but I don't remember what they're like, what classification of animal they are. They have like a low tier acidic secretion that helps them break down and ingest food. So they can be a little tough to wrangle in. But like I said, they're relatively harmless as magical creatures go. I will show you a picture of one, actually. I will post it in the Discord. I'm going to post file upload. No, that's not the one I want. I have a couple different pictures of these things. Oh, I guess that is the one I want. If you look in the OCC talk, you will see a picture of a keep worm.
That looks kind of cute.
Okay, but that.
Massive.
Can we keep it though? Like,
Could we even bring it in?
Yeah, no, they're like,
it'll bring us in.
again, the danger of this quest is not necessarily the aggressiveness or the danger of the snail itself. It is the danger of it being so big. So when it does try to defend itself, it can do quite a bit of damage.
I see.
But yeah, they're relatively harmless and docile. There is also a job posting for, and Emille, you would see this one and notice it, that they're looking for a small clutch of Aether Runner eggs. Aether Runners being the Flostaynian version of the Landstrider here. They are these giant ostrich-like birds.
Ostriches are terrifying.
That are big enough to support a full-grown person comfortably riding them. The Aether Runners, specifically, which are native to Flostayne, while they are not aggressive naturally, in the fact that they won't attack just anybody, they do pose a significant threat because of a couple of things. And Emille, you would know this stuff just because you live of a higher station and you've actually ridden an Aether Runner before. There are stables that raise and breed Landstriders here in Flostayne. But to go and catch a live Aether Runner and to mess with the Aether Runner's nest can make them hostile. The Aether Runners are prized for a couple reasons. One, they are one of the only breed of Landstriders that has a secondary magical effect. All Landstriders have a breath weapon of some sort. The Aether Runner breathes out a magical blast of just aether energy, like raw magical energy. Which is, neither here nor there, but they also have the ability to kind of teleport short distances. I will show you a picture of what the Landstrider looks like. This is not specifically the Aether Runner. This is another one. This is the Lightning Runner, which is another variation of the Landstrider from another continent, but it looks essentially like this with multicolored plumage.
Noemi says, I don't know. It seems like a wild goose chase.
So instead of the white and blue plumage that this thing has, it has like multicolored, almost opalescent, pearlescent plumage. Like lots of blues and pinks and like whites and purples in their plumage. This one will pay you 500 gold per egg that is brought.
Per egg.
And you see one more that could possibly catch your attention. It is for 2,000 crowns. That is the payment. And it is to travel about kind of the area that it describes, Emille, is about 3 or 4 hours of travel outside of the city. And it is a job that you guys passed up on your first round of like actually getting one of the catered jobs from the receptionist. That is to take care of a bulle that is kind of terrorizing the countryside.
So these are the job that like no one really.
They didn't get
won.
done in a like the length of time for the bonus or anything like that, so they were just given up generally with a set amount of gold attached to them.
Noemi says, let's keep these in mind. But let's also look at what just came in.
The job books.
Yeah. Now that we got a name.
Easy enough. You can switch over from the job board to the to one of the receptionist desks. It does take you about 10 minutes of waiting in line as parties are coming and getting certain things, and you get up to one of the reception desk, and you see this well-dressed Herringon, rabbit folk. Drooping ears, piercings in them, kind of a lion head or a lion mane rabbit, where it's got kind of like a natural faux hawk of like fluffy hair on top. And they're sitting behind the desk, and they look up. It's like, "Can I help you?"
I nudged someone else up.
Huh?
Who's talking?
You guys looking for work?
Oh, yes. And then Noemi's going to proudly say that we are the Dragons of Everjor.
Dragons of Everjor. The Herringon looks through their books, and seeing that you have recently, with the completion of your first like major quest, have been giving a rank promotion from D to C. Looks and is like, okay, all right. So it looks like you guys are a C rank party, which means that you can take any job lower than C that you want, and any job of B level and lower. And we do have some ungraded jobs that you can also try to do. Special jobs. And as you look through the book, as the rabbit folk hands you the book, You guys begin to look through it as a group, and you guys see 4 quests that stick out to you. One is an E rank quest, very easy, very low pay. It is. Sorry about that. Here we go. The first one is it is described as a merchant who has lost a precious heirloom that they have recently come in possession of. And they believe that it has been stolen by a rival merchant, and they are looking for guild members that can be discreet in their investigations to retrieve the stolen item.
Oh, discreet.
The next quest, which is a D rank quest, is that a neighboring like townstead that's no more than like half a day's travel away from Flostayne. It would be considered like a suburb of the city. Has reported a tomb that has essentially become a focal point for restless spirits of the dead. The job requires you to go to this tomb and put the spirits to rest, and figure out what is causing them to be restless. It's worth about 750 gold overall, and there is a slight bonus, which is the favor of the local temple, to be negotiated upon arriving and completion of the task. The next one that you see is a rank B quest. Sorry, a rank C quest. Apologies. That is essentially, there has been a lot of banditry lately at some of the like lower towns and hamlets around the area. Most notably being in a small town that's about a day and a half's travel outside of Flostayne. That has been recently sieged by bandits that have taken up residence there. The job calls for you to go in and run the bandits out of town and potentially capture or eliminate the leader of said bandits. There is a bonus for the capture so that they may be brought to justice. Which is an extra 500 crowns on top, as well as one magic item to be chosen at after completion. The baseline of the job is for like 1,500 gold, essentially. And the rank B quest that you guys see is To the south of Flostayne, there have been disturbing rumors of draconic activity. They're not sure what type of dragon it may be. They do know that it's not very old. So it's not like an ancient or an adult dragon by any means. But he is beginning to terrorize some of the smaller villages and towns to the south. And the job is asking that you go to the dragon's lair and either force it to leave and settle somewhere else, or put an end to its reign of terror. The job pays 3,000 crowns with a bonus of anything that is available in its lair as loot to you.
Dragons, you say? Let's
Mhm.
see. Do I speak Draconic?
Does one of our team speak Draconic?
It's not a dragon pet. That's not how it works.
Ooh, a dragon pet!
That's not how it works. I promise you.
God. Dragon pet.
That's not gonna happen.
Dragon pet.
It's not gonna happen.
God damn it.
Dragons are sapient creatures.
Ooh,
They have their
ooh.
own intelligence
Dragon
and their
egg.
own like goals and aspirations.
Dragonlets.
If they have a nest that has like a viable mate, there could be dragon eggs there. But you would still it's less that you have a pet and more that you now have a dragon that you have to take care and raise.
I mean, we have Jeff.
Because it can talk, and it's not okay. Dragons are not animals. They are not monsters. They are dragons. They have sapience. They're just as intelligent, if not more intelligent than you guys are. They can do magic naturally, and they sometimes, depending on how long they've been allowed to settle in an area, can twist the very like nature around them to suit their need. It's not just oh, there's a dragon, we're gonna go kill this mindless beast. It's oh, there's a dragon, we need to actually either go try to convince it to leave or kill it.
Dragon.
I'm still up for it.
Dragon.
I look over at Byggen's 2 shields.
Two of them.
Dragon. Dargan.
I hold up both shields.
And then I persuaded to leave. How's our persuasion looking?
How is my persuasion then?
Noemi feels concerned that we will not make a good argument. A good enough argument.
I say this is a challenge for us to work on our diplomatic side of our
Roll
human
me,
skills.
Noemi, roll me Arcana,
Oh yeah.
please.
Right. Diplomatic size with the dragons.
Oh.
Okay.
Dummy.
What you
Hey.
know with a 5 Arcana check is that there are different types of dragons, but you don't know any more than that. If someone else wants to make the Arcana check, they can.
I look over at Kerdeas, who looks like a dragon to me.
Wow.
Kerdeas,
Definitely dragon.
you know specifically that there are 3 main types of dragons, but there are many things that are considered draconic in nature. The 3 main types of dragons are metallic dragons, chromatic dragons, and gem dragons. Metallic dragons, up to a certain point, can be reasoned with. They are not immediately hostile, and they will listen to reason up to a point. Chromatic dragons on the other hand, it's individualistic. Like, you can get evil chromatic dragons and evil metallic dragons and good chromatic dragons and good metallic dragons, but chromatic dragons especially fall into it's a case by case basis on whether they will acquiesce to discussion. Gem dragons are the outlier, as they follow an even more individualistic case by case basis than chromatic dragons. Gem dragons usually, and I say usually, have a breath weapon that is not a natural element. It's more esoteric forces that their breath weapons entail, like psychic damage, or force damage, or necrotic damage, or radiant damage. Whereas, like, chromatic and metallic dragons are the forces of nature, like fire, earth, or fire, lightning, ice, stuff like that. And the one common factor that all dragons have is that when they are young, they are a little bit more hot-headed and rambunctious. Whether it be for good or ill, they tend to be more emotional than logical. They are very easily offended.
Fair enough.
Noemi
So, like,
looks
if
more at
you
Kerdeas.
indirectly offend, even if it's an indirect slight, dragons do not take to slights very well. They will retaliate at the slightest offenses if it is not repaired very quickly. Dragons that live long enough to become adults usually begin to mellow out, but then begin to stake territory, where they're going to either live, and that is when the most of their horde collection begins to happen. They started off as young dragons that they carry with them from place to place until they find a good roost. But as adult dragons is when they become more of a problem. Ancient dragons are more logical, but more prone to violence, whether good or ill. Intent is given to them. They are more prone to thinking they are supreme beings and that they are above all the lower mortal races, because dragons are immortal. They do not die of natural causes. And then ancient worms are like elder worms or whatever it is, they're forces of nature. They don't necessarily bend to anyone's logic but their own.
Was that the last
That was
quest?
the last of the graded quests that you can take. There are a multitude of miscellaneous that are not graded that you could attempt. As point of order, though, the quest that you guys did in Fallsboro with Lord Balthazar was graded as a E-class quest. Turned out to be roughly A to S class in difficulty.
Oh dear.
Which is why it was in the ungraded kind of things.
Okay, question. Which one of these quests is most to the west?
Dragon.
Eyes on the prize.
Just for absolutely no reason.
For no reason, huh?
No reason. Why.
Let me check the world map. Where is Flostayne? So Flostayne is about as west as it gets in Flostayne. Here, I will pull you guys over here and show you the world map as well. Okay, here is Flostayne. Right? About right here is where a lot of the quests from the job board take place. About right here is where the bandit camp quest takes place. And about right here is where the Draconic Menace quest takes place.
See, we're not traveling that far.
This is they're neither one of them are too far. The Draconic quest takes about 3 days there and 3 days back. The Bandits quest takes you about a day and a half there and a day and a half back. The job board quests take you at most half a day's travel to there, and then half a day's travel back.
I mean, if Kerdeas was interested in the dragon, we can go persuade a dragon. I just feel like we're gonna lose a lot of loot.
No, dragons are treasure hoarders.
I mean,
They are.
Which other ones
Yeah.
did you,
We'll get all the treasure, all of the loot.
You
whichever
are
ones
the
were you
bonus.
thinking?
The bonus to the dragons one is anything you find of worth in the horde.
Refresh my memory. Did we also have to do anything to have the we talked about a teleportation circle or something to set one up in Flostayne?
You in Fallborough, to the deeded house that you were given, you would have to find a mage that you could pay to do it.
Okay.
That's like for later.
Yeah, for later.
I'm up for.
Okay. Noemi says that we should have Jeff decide.
You want to lay him out?
Are these like separate sheets of paper or like a pamphlet or a book?
They're in a book, and then you rip them out, and you put your mark on them, and they're held until for a certain amount of time, and then eventually, if you don't return back in that amount of time, the quest is considered failed, and you are considered missing in action or dead.
Okay.
We can flip the pages and point Jeff at each.
I
page
think
and see
so
how he
too.
reacts.
Noemi's gonna take Jeff out of her pocket.
Okay.
All right.
And then she tells Jeff to sniff the pages and pick the one that he likes.
I'm gonna roll a
behind
D.
Glare at Jeff.
I'm gonna roll a D4.
And then I tell him, "You got this, Jeff."
Oh yeah, the tomb is like right here, because I forgot about that one. I'm just gonna label these 1 through 4. 1 being the weakest quest, which is here in Flostayne, but takes the most work because you have to find and investigate, and then like potentially steal back the artifact. Jeff stops on the bandit camp.
All right.
No.
I pet Jeff.
With Jeff.
It's not that he actively chooses anything, it's that he just like gets comfortable on that page.
Lord Jeff has spoken.
That rat is wrong.
Technically, Emille is your party leader, though.
I look at Emille.
Mhm.
Emille looks at Jeff.
I do look at Jeff. And then I look to everyone else and I nod.
Noemi picks up
Bandages.
Jeff.
So, are you guys going to go to the bandits, or do you want to look at the miscellaneous quest?
Jeff has spoken.
A sign disappointment.
I'm good with the bandit quest.
This is how we make
Again,
decisions in this guild.
Yes, sir.
I go on my own.
You're gonna die.
I go on my own.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me a D100.
Oh,
If you're really gonna go on your own, roll me a D100.
Oh my god.
he's gonna die.
You need under a 20%. So you need to
Sure.
roll under a 20.
Oh.
You're dead.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Fighting a dragon on your own is not advised.
What if I
He has a
would have gotten
stick.
like under a 20? How would have that gone?
Oh,
Ride a dragon back.
no.
Damn.
No, what would have happened is
hates
you would have
me.
convinced, huh?
God hates me.
No, it's just,
Curses.
Foiled again.
Wheeled again.
We knew him for
It's
1.5 days.
He
And he tried to
will
sell
be
me out
missed.
and was like, trust me. And then this happens.
Oh.
No.
well,
the dragons are just not something that you can do alone. Like,
Yeah.
to put it in perspective, you guys are player characters. It would take at least 2 to 3 garrisons of an army, a standing army, to go and kill an adult dragon.
Noemi still looks at Kerdeas, who really looks like a dragon to her.
So, like, and a garrison can be anywhere from like 50 to 100 people.
She pokes at his tail.
But if you guys want to take the bandits job, you're more than welcome to. You guys can also look into potentially getting passage on an airship to go west to Esnaria.
Weast.
Oh.
Ooh.
Weast.
Weast.
I think we deserve a vacation. That isn't a vacation.
No, it's totally a vacation.
Oh.
Yeah.
There are also 10 megacities in Flostayne that are floating. Byggen, you know that your guild has a teleportation circle to one of them because the 10 megacities are owned by the 10 guilds of Flostayne. There is also a teleportation circle within the Magisterium's court office that takes you to the capital, which is Starvane. And Starvane Starvane is like the size of like 3 megacities. There are like, so your guild is the guild that you are in, the Broken Moon Company, is the Adventurers Guild for all of Flostayne. But the one that you are a part of is just the Flostayne chapter house. It is not the main guild. So anywhere that you can go that has a chapter house of the Broken Moon Company, you can take jobs from any chapter house. And the main guild hall for the Broken Moon Company is in Starvane, which is the capital of Flostayne, where the Majocracy is.
Yeah, Noemi doesn't get the greatest vibe from Byggen's guild.
To that point,
Feel judgment.
Byggen, the city that your guild runs is one of the 10 megacities. It does have a guild hall for the Broken Moon Company. You would have actually been there, because when you join the chapter of the guild of your guild in Flostayne, the main guild house is in the floating city that they run. So you would have had to go there to be inducted into the guild. It is a giant floating city that is around 5 times the size of Flostayne.
So we have the option to go there to just
Right.
explore more options.
You can go anywhere in Flostayne that you want to go. Any major city will have a guild house, a chapter house. And if you go to the capital, which is where your son Oberon is from, that is where the main guild, like the first guild hall that was built in the name of the Broken Moon Company, resides in Starvane, which is the capital city.
I bring up the option to the squad. Could look for more jobs over there if we're not feeling it.
You could stay here. You can go to another country. The Broken Moon Company does not have guild halls in other countries, but they have sister guilds. As the Broken Moon Company is part of a organization called the Chosen 10, which is 10 guilds across the entire continent, one for each country, that were made in the honor of the heroes that defeated the primordial tyrant, the Tyrant of Chaos, 2,000 years ago.
I see. I'm still down for the bandit job, but I'm also down to go west if anyone's curious.
Dragon.
I think Kerdeas really wants the Dragon Quest, and as the newest member of our guild, our adventurers guild, I feel like we should be nice and listen to his wants.
Okay.
Oh my
Politely turn.
Politely turn.
god.
How far was the Dragon Quest again?
3 days
It is
away.
It is 3 days away.
I look to a meal with puppy dog eyes. Dragon.
I'm okay with it, but Kerdeas was very insistent that we talk to the info dealer, and I feel like we're just leaving her hanging.
You don't
At
have
this
to leave
point-
immediately either. You can wait
Oh, it's
and
okay.
get that name of list before you leave. You don't have to leave immediately.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I put my hand on Emille's shoulder. Dragon.
Dragon, he says. No.
How long would it take to kind of like, I guess, ask around?
Ask around for what?
Information and investigate maybe like 2 of the names on the list.
Depending on how available they are, a day?
I think we can take it and not go immediately and kind of, you know.
Okay,
chillax.
I will agree to the Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest. I will agree to the Dragon Quest. If I can just spend 1 day looking into this and another day to prepare.
I give a thumbs up.
Noemi feels
You
this
can also
is-
prepare during the time that you are investigating as well.
Oh, okay, I will do that.
You would know, because your father is part of the Magisterium, that people in the Magisterium, especially if they hold any kind of office, like your father does, they are very busy people. And while it is not impossible to get a meeting with them, their time is very valuable. So, like, even if you were if you were able to investigate like 2 of the names, you would have like at most a 30-minute meeting with them to investigate.
Mm.
And it's not because they would be blowing you off or anything like that. It's just they have responsibilities.
Yeah, I think that's okay. For a short investigation, just like a 30-minute interview. That sounds okay.
Okay.
She said she wouldn't take too long to get back, right?
A couple hours.
A couple hours, okay. I mean, in the meantime, we can prep for whatever mission we're taking.
dragon,
investigate it.
apparently.
Rugged. Dragon.
Dragon.
apparently.
Dragging on. We're
What
just
would we
gonna
even need
drag
to prep
on.
for a dragon trip?
Stock up on rations to get you out
Drugs.
there. Stock up
enchanting stuff.
on like potions and whatnot.
Do we know exactly which type of dragon we're going up against?
They do not know. It does not have it listed.
Mm.
They just know that there's been reports of a draconic menace,
Looks at
And-
Kerdeas.
Menace.
and
Okay, that's racist,
people
first of all.
are calling for its removal somehow.
Hmm.
I say we prep best as we can. Just
One way or another. We gotta solve
Exactly.
it.
yeah.
It also does not mean that just because you're going to a smaller town doesn't mean that they wouldn't have more information and supplies.
But probably more expensive.
No, just not as prolific. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Alright, well.
I think
sure.
we know the plan, right?
Yes.
All right.
Health potions.
Let's go get rations.
Health potions.
Trip stuff. We all good?
Neat.
Any,
I am.
Any words of disagreement?
Gives a thumbs up
We'll take that as
and
a
a smack in
no.
the butt with my tail.
Okay. I put my hand in.
Solid
Yay,
wink.
Team.
Oh yeah, we should come up with like a team handshake, says Noemi.
Yeah. Put my hand in.
I put Jeff in.
Yes.
Byggen's hand.
Yes. Oh, he's in my. Oh, hi, Jeff.
Okay. Health
Okay.
potion.
Let's get some health potions, food, and I'm assuming 3 days out did we have the
Horses?
horse and carriage still
Yeah,
waiting on us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're good to go on that.
unless you've given it up for some reason.
I don't think we did.
I think we went directly
It got
back to the
stabled.
guild.
Uh,
Yeah.
would there be like a archive or like a library in the guild to learn more about dragons in general?
Yeah.
Okay. Noemi's
There,
gonna...
maybe not in the guild, but there is a library in town.
Okay. Noemi wants to read up about dragons.
I'm actually gonna follow because I don't think I need like that much extra stuff to bring.
Alright.
Study sesh.
Okay. Noemi rips the page out.
All right. The page is ripped out. You hand it to the rabbit folk behind the desk. Take it on the dragon, eh?
Yes, sir.
Noemi looks at Kerdeas.
Yes.
Oh. As long as everyone is okay with doing it, then by all means. I would recommend that you be careful. Just because there's not a concrete what's the word I'm looking for?
Solution.
not concrete evidence
Oh.
of what type of dragon it is.
But it is a dragon. Okay.
It is draconic in nature, according to the request.
In nature. We have somewhat of a information lead, right?
Noemi realizes she does not speak Draconic.
Is the text in Draconic?
Huh?
No,
Are you reading
like
something in
if you go
Draconic
to
now?
the
Okay.
if you go to the library, it will be in common.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so who's going where?
Library.
Library.
I will,
Alright.
yes, investigate around for stuff.
For what kind of stuff?
For dragon
I
stuff.
imagine he's
I'm
like
gonna-
he's like walking down the street going, "That's a rock." How
yes, it is a
suspicious.
very. Let me look under the rock. Oh, that's ground. Interesting. Let me write that down.
Investigation 20.
What do you mean dragon stuff?
I'm gonna go search around and see if anyone has heard anything about the dragon.
Here?
Yeah. Figure people would talk about it, right? If anyone knew anything.
It's 3 days away, so there's not there's not a huge chance that
Bless you.
anyone here knows.
But there's a small chance. I'll take that.
Roll me a D100, please.
Oh dear.
Oh no, not this one again.
Yep. This
Let's see.
the chance in which you have to find.
Wow, you really like your 80s.
You do.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Ooh.
I'm very investigative.
He investigates a rock.
Interesting rocks. This
He
rock-
brings
this
it
rock
back.
has
He's like,
scales.
"This is a dragon scale. I know it."
All right, we'll get to that in just a minute. Emille, what are
Got
you
it.
doing?
I'm gonna start looking through that list of the important people.
It
No, well,
it will take a couple of hours to get to you.
Oh wait,
that's fine.
hang on. Noemi looks and says, "Should we be leaving him all by himself?"
Leaving who all by themselves?
Emille.
Oh,
So
that's so true. You're
targeted.
getting like hunted
I
down.
think I'll be okay. I doubt they would attack twice in like 24 hours.
Famous last words.
That's yeah, famous last words.
I'll go. Okay, I'll go with Emille. No,
Okay.
bring the knowledge back.
It's okay. I guess I could read in the library.
Read the
'Cause
list.
it's a
in the
list.
library.
Yeah, and I can look
Oh,
up
I
stuff like
mean-
history books.
Well, you don't have the list
what
just
are the
yet.
odds? What are the odds that they're gonna target him again? He's right, you know, like he.
I mean,
he's
pretty
the-
heavily
the-
as that they were. That was part of the whole. Okay.
Yeah, but wouldn't the assassin, you know, need more information?
Maybe.
What do you mean?
How do you know he didn't get it?
Here, I'll look up information on the Forgotten Sons. in
It
the
is a
library.
relatively new gang, so you would have to go speak with Kadan.
It's okay, yeah. Go be with Kanan.
Zero.
He's not gonna kill you.
There wouldn't be any history of it here in any of the libraries, is what I'm saying.
Got it.
If I leave Helki with the meal, would Helki be able to communicate with me no matter the distance?
Nope, she cannot communicate with you no matter the distance.
Okay.
Can we call Kadan to the library?
Kadan, it's an
Important
emergency.
There's a dead body here.
Look, this book has pictures.
Oh no.
Could you? Yes.
Would
Another thing is, would he show up?
We stage a fight
A
in the
murder.
library. Get him to show up.
I think he would just be
Everywhere,
angry at
bro.
that
He will,
point.
he will, he
He's like,
will.
he would just leave like, fuck this, man.
We
It's
tell
okay,
him.
I'll-
We tell him his badger escaped to the library.
Why would he
took it.
believe that?
To the
I
library.
took the badger.
His badger's right next to him.
What can we get a badger in this town?
If you can find a pet shop, you could get a badger.
Noemi experiences deja vu.
Before investigating, may I find a pet shop?
You can try.
Okay.
Do you want to use your 24
Okay.
investigation for a pet shop?
No, I guess not. No, I shouldn't. No.
Then if you don't want it, if you don't want to do that, I need you to roll me a new investigation check.
Take it.
I'm going
take it,
to
take
just
it.
go to the library and see what's fun to read.
Oh,
It's
Fun to
okay.
read.
I'll just take it.
Just some
look,
casual
Emille. This
reading,
one has
pass the time.
pictures.
Might as well.
This one's colored. Oh my god.
We're all having fun at the library. When you got a library card. Oh my gosh, do we have a library card?
Do you have library cards?
You
No,
cannot
we're
check out
nerds.
books as you are not students at the Arcane Academy.
Aww.
We can still read them, right?
Ooh.
Yes, you can read them there, but you cannot check them out.
Okay, to
No
the
one steal books.
library.
Let's go.
I'm gonna take a book out
Don't steal
and not
books,
put it
man.
back.
Oh,
Oh.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna take a
Why?
fiction book and put it in the non-fiction section.
Oh.
Hooligans. Hooligans, I tell you.
Take a book
They'll
out
never know.
and like just move it down a couple inches, not in alphabetical
Oh, no.
order.
Non.
Yes, make it hard for the students that work there.
It's okay to have the Dewey Decimal System. They'll be fine.
Off to the library.
Off to the
yeah.
library.
So, how many people are going to the library?
3.
3? Okay, so just us 3 then.
I mean, unless if Kerdeas also investigates into the library. Tell him there's a pet shop in there.
There's a pet shop in this book.
Um. Then what I'm going to need from you guys,
Uh-oh.
you guys go to the library. Kerdeas, if you're looking for a pet shop, roll me a different investigation check unless you want to use the 24.
I will not look for a pet shop. Unless I can do both if I roll another investigation check.
You can.
Then I will do both and roll another investigation check.
Okay.
Alright, let's see.
You spend about an hour and a half looking
Damn.
for any information on this small town to the south, and about a dragon, like any information on this dragon that is terrorizing the region. And after an hour and a half, you get a bunch of stories about dragons. Legendary dragons that are legend in Flostayne. Rumors that people have spotted dragons flying around town. None of it is not helpful for the investigation in which you are doing. After weeding through all of these different stories and rumors and hearsay and legends, you realize that none of them are talking about this small cluster of towns and villages to the south. It's all like rumors and hearsay and everything like that. And after about an hour and a half, you realize that you're not going to find out any information other than what the guild already has on it, because it's not become a big enough problem for other people outside of the guild to know. But what you do find after spending time talking to people in the city is a small shop that looks out of place in the sort of like whimsical Magitech buildings of Flostayne. You find this small little cottage core looking building. There is a big mushroom growing out of the top of it that kind of shades the entire building. And you see above it there's a wooden sign that has the words Petrelli's Exotic Pets and Pals.
I love that name.
Ooh.
Very cute name.
Pets and pals.
Pets and Pals. Do you go in?
Yes.
As you go in, you are greeted with the slightly ammoniated musk of a pet shop. Smell of like stewed grain and wet hay and animal droppings. It's not overpowering. This is a well-kept establishment, but it is noticeable. And as you go up to the counter, there's no one behind like the central desk in the shop. And there are no like animals in the front room. You hear all this animal noise coming from the back rooms, almost like a kennel or an animal shelter. And you don't see any kind of like desk bell or anything that could get someone's attention. You do see this strange purple and black mushroom growing out of the desk, though.
Can I roll to see what that mushroom is?
Roll me a nature check, please.
Nature. Oof.
Oof.
Give me just a second. You have no clue.
Okay.
It doesn't seem
Fair
to be anything dangerous, but you're not sure what would constitute danger.
Okay. Can I like where can I where are the animals? Like are they animals or
There are no
what do I
animals in the
see
front
store
room.
again?
Yeah, you can't. So what you see is a bunch of like, different types of feed, different types of like harnesses and stuff like that. It looks like the front part of the store, the front room of the store, has all the necessary things that you would need to take care of an animal bought from here. It doesn't seem to have any of the animals here.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna walk up to the counter and be like, "Oi, I'm looking for your best darn badger."
As you call out, you don't get an answer immediately. But you do hear the animals in the back rooms beginning to like draw attention that there's someone in the store.
Yes.
And you hear a voice go, "One moment, I'm a little busy at the minute." Okay, let's do this. And you stand there for a minute and you tap on the desk.
Yeah, but like not in a rushing way. It's like keeping myself entertained.
Just a second. Yeah, we'll do it. Okay. Man, every time with this bullshit.
Oh no.
Huh? What's up? What happened?
Pictures that I find are
Oh. Okay.
always in the JFIF
Mm.
style, and that doesn't read in Roll20 for whatever reason.
Oh. Okay. That's.
Jafif.
That's a weird format.
It really is, and it aggravates me to no end.
Damn Jiffis.
I'm gonna switch back to Fallaine's map just because it's easier. And then going to upload so I can bring the picture of what I'm looking for. There we go. Eventually you hear this strange as you see a bunch of mushrooms beginning to grow out of the floorboard behind the desk.
I look alarmed.
God damn it. Hold on.
Looks like my hand on my sheath.
And eventually, standing at a full 4'3", this person appears behind the desk.
Ooh. Okay. Mushroom.
Hello.
I go, greetings, ma'am. I am looking for your finest mushroom. I mean, for your finest badger.
Badger. I would have to check. I'm not sure that we have any badgers in stock, though we do have a fine selection of animals here.
Well, I'm looking for badgers, but I'm open-minded. I don't mind listening to what you guys have around.
Are there
I'm
any
all good.
specific type of animal that you're looking for aside from a badger, like size, genus, anything like
No,
that?
not really. You know, um, honestly, I can look around. I I don't mind looking around and just deciding off that
All right.
concept.
If you would follow me, then I can take you back and see what we have in stock.
Of course, ma'am. Let's mostly on in there then.
You see as the mushrooms begin to wilt and kind of crumble to dust, and you see a trail of them start to pop up as it leads you to the back. Roll me 4d20s.
How much? Four?
Yeah, 4. Roll them individually for me though.
Oh, okay.
If you just click the dice thing to the right, you can roll them individually like that. There's no modifier or anything, so there's a 2, a 9, a 10, and a 6. All right.
No.
The first thing that you see as you're walking back there, and she's
No.
showing you all these strange, there are normal animals, but 4 exotic pets pop out to you. there are dogs and cats and ferrets and stuff like that around, but like there are 4 specific strange creatures that are around. The first one that you see is a small, it looks to be a corgi. But whereas like the corgis usually have like a lot of fluff, it looks like a really, really thin, almost emaciated corgi.
Oh no, are they okay?
As you look at them, she's like, "Oh, of course. They're always that size when they're born."
Oh, it's a baby. It's just
Yes, it is
a
a
wee
puppy.
baby. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, can I pet it?
He's gonna come home with 4 animals.
I cannot let you pet it because if I let it get out, I don't know exactly where it will go.
Could I pet it with my tail? Just kind of.
You realize that
My
it
tongue.
is in a well kept enclosure area
Oh no.
that has like glass on it, and there is like symbols inscribed in the glass. If I break the symbols outside of like putting it in a collar for you, it could teleport away.
Dude, huh?
Oh,
Oh my.
this is
Okay.
a blink dog puppy.
Oh. Question: if I were holding on to the puppy, would I also get teleported?
No.
Okay.
They take a lot of training as they can teleport just to about to anywhere they want to go.
So I take it the collar kind of restricts them,
Yes.
in a way.
Until they
Yeah.
are trained, yes. And you can put a normal collar
Okay.
on them.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. What do we have on the other enclosures?
Um and the next thing that you see is a excuse me. You see a small black panther looking cat. It doesn't look special other than you know it's going to be a big cat eventually until it moves. And as it moves and shifts, you see these 2 kind of barbed tentacles come up off its shoulder and kind of wave at you.
Aw.
This one you can pet, though you do need to make sure that your hands are properly cleaned and do not smell like food.
Okay.
This is a displacer beast kitten.
Oh my gosh. It's so cute. Oh, look. Okay. I say as I keep my composure.
Hold on, I'll show you pictures of.
I only know how they look like because of the movie.
The movie? Yeah.
That's what full-grown
That's
displacer
older.
beasts look like.
Yeah.
This is what the kitten looks like.
Aww. It even has an exclamation point.
It looks so cute. What the fuck?
It looks adorable. New mascot. Sorry, Jeff.
And this
It's
is what
gonna eat
the
you.
blink dog puppy looks like.
Oh yeah.
You can tell it looks like a corgi, but like it's very thin.
Oh my gosh! It's kind of like a thin werewolf corgi.
He's gonna come
thing.
home with 4 pets.
Oh my gosh! It's kind of like a corgi wolf.
And she
Oh,
tells you,
that's
she's like,
adorable.
you have to be careful with displacer beasts. they are carnivorous, and until they are properly trained, they can be what is the word? Food aggressive.
So it'll basically eat anything it can get its hands on.
Yes, until properly trained. Once it's properly
course.
trained, it will only feed. If you teach it to hunt, it will hunt things, and if you feed it, it will specifically only eat what you feed it.
I see. All right.
The next thing that you see is a small little kid. And when I say kid, I don't mean
Huh?
kid as in like child. I mean kid as in goat.
As in code. Okay. Yeah.
It
I'm like,
is
whoa.
white and blue in coloration. It already has little horns that kind of that kind of veer off, and two little prongs on each horn. And as you look at it, the horns begin to glow.
I look at it, and I stay looking at it, in awe, because of how pretty the horns
If
look.
anyone has ever played Ark Evolved, it is a shine horn from the Aberration map.
Ooh.
Mm.
They're also
Cool
cute.
Neopets.
Neopets.
Like Neopets.
New pen.
And she
will
tells you,
keep
she's like,
going.
"This is a shine horn.
This is shy.
It um,
I'm
it
sorry.
really
This is
doesn't
shy.
have it really doesn't have any kind of special. It's not like a tamed magical creature or it's not a tamed monster, is what a displacer beast or a blink dog would be considered. It is a magical creature that essentially she tells you that on a recharge of a 6, it can cast the light cantrip, and once it casts it, it lasts for the duration of the light cantrip. Well, it's once a day because light lasts for 8 hours. Essentially,
Okay.
on its horns grows up as if they had the light cantrip cast on them.
Aw, that's cute.
Very very tame. An omnivore if made to be, but mostly an herbivore.
Mm. Interesting.
Very very good pets for children. They do kind of get a little territorial with one or more around, and they begin to butt heads. But that's normal for sheeps or goats.
Okay, fair. Yeah. All right.
And the last thing that you see is a strange looking bird. Green plumage with a like a spike of like purple, almost fur at the top of its head. Large round eyes, a very big, like football shaped beak. And she taps on the cage, and when she taps on the cage, its beak splits into 4 and opens, and it looks like an open flower
I guess
with
that'll.
multiple tongues.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I will link this
And,
one as well.
and what is that one?
Disregard the name on this one, as that is not what she calls it. This is an avian flytrap.
Oh, okay.
It is an insectivore by nature. It is an ambush predator opening its beak with its multiple tongues looking like stamens of a flower. And then when an insect lands on one of the stamens, the beak snaps shut.
Ooh. Okay, I see. I see. All right, and that's all you have?
No, that she, like I said, she's got like more normal animals like regular
Yeah.
goats and like stuff like that. But these are the four like really exotic animals that you see.
All right. How much for the blink puppy?
The blink puppy is going to run you around 450 gold.
How much for the cat? For the
The
kitten?
cat is going to run you 800.
God,
Blink
how
dogs
much?
are a bit easier to find and less dangerous, which is why it is cheaper. The displacer kitten, however, is very dangerous and only come from select places for like pet purposes.
I see. I
So
see.
there's an added cost to the people that go and domesticate and raise displacer beast.
Okay. Okay.
The shine horn will cost you around 200, just because they are rare in these parts. And the avian flytrap will cost you 100.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And then there are
Okay,
more
okay.
reasonable prices for some of the other animals here. Like you can get a dog for like 15 gold, like a regular dog.
Good to know. Ooh,
If you
okay.
are looking for something more exotic at possibly a better deal, you would need to go to a bigger city, or potentially there is a exotic pets trader that comes through every so often here. That seems to have more rare and special animals in their caravans to sell.
Hey God,
What?
how much are PPs worth?
Platinum pieces are worth 10 gold.
Okay. So
80 platinum would get you the displacer kitten.
yeah. Be sure. How much is SP worth?
It takes 10 silver to make 1 gold.
Oof. Okay. What did you say your name was again?
Oh, I am called well, colloquially you can call me Spore.
Well, nice to meet you, Spore. My name, you may call me Kerdeas. Um, I was wondering, by any chance, do you need any favors done? Anything that needs to be, anything that you need help with? Anything? I'm a great gatherer. Yep.
Um, no, not that I can think of right off the top of my head. I most of the things that I need I can get relatively easily. And the things that I can't I can make on my own.
Of course, of course, of course you can. Of course you can.
May I ask
Well,
why you were looking to see if I needed any help with anything?
yes, you may. Well, what happened is I am 10 gold short for 2 animals.
You're 10 gold short, you said?
Yes.
Which two did you want?
Well, I was looking at the puppy and the kitten.
Ah, I would not pick up both of them. They are not compatible in keeping in a like a close pet.
Ah,
I would choose one or the other because the displacer kitten will try to kill the blink dog for food.
right.
The main difference is the displacer beast when they're being trained, they are natural predators. Um they prefer to hunt for their meals.
Mm,
And anything that they think they can hunt, they will hunt. Um as for the blink dog, they will eat they will hunt if necessary, but they're easy to train like on a regiment of certain types of food. Um the big part in training a blink dog comes into keeping them from teleporting away from you at all times.
I see. Oh, how about this? Could I have? Mm, mm, wow. Ooh, this is a tough one. So Shinehorns, when they grow up, what? How are they? How do they act? What is their
Um
attitude? What can we do with them? Will they be cute
they
or
don't get much
cool?
bigger than this.
Oh my gosh, it stays small forever. It's pocket sized.
They will eventually male Shinehorns. Their horns tend to curl and grow
Okay.
like a normal ram would.
Of course.
Females also keep their horns, but they grow more like deer antlers. Usually with only the 2 sprigs coming off of each
Mm,
horn, and or the 2 points coming off of each horn. And they usually have smaller horns. Males also tend to get more woolly. And male Shinehorns specifically, because they have more wool to give, um, have a really good knack if you shear the wool and weave it to fabric. It is easier to enchant Shinehorn fabric than it is other types of like mundane fabric.
okay. Question. Well, not really a question. Well, yes, in part a question. I will buy the blink puppy, and could I see one of your other normal puppers? I mean, animals.
Oh yeah, and she shows you, and again, she has a number of different dog breeds. She has a number of different cat breeds. She has a few reptiles, a few like fish and weasels, some different kind of birds. Um, it would just depending on what you would be looking for.
All right. Do you have a badger lurking around?
Um, don't think so. We have other weasel-esque animals though.
What animal would you think would go well with this blink puppy?
They do act like puppies. So they are comparable to a normal dog. With the exception With the exception of having um, an issue with phase spiders and displacer beast. They do not get along well with displacer beast or phase spiders. But other than that, they act like a normal dog.
Of course. Okay.
So any animal that you would get around a dog would be fine. Some animals are a little bit more tenuous to get. Uh, Flightless birds like chickens or hens or game birds of any kind. A dog is going to be more tempted to go after. Um, Also, small rodents. The dog is going to be tempted to go after, and it necessarily is not going to go after them because it wants to hurt them, but it wants to play, and then eventually it could harm them. And if, like with any dog, once they start killing chickens or rodents or something like that, that's usually all they want to eat.
Okay. Okay. Could I see your weasel variety, por favor?
Yeah. She takes you back to another part of the area, and there's like some almost like ferret cage like things. There are a couple of ferrets and like ermines and stolts. Um, she has a few other mustelids. Like you see that there is this. It's not a rare species, but it is unusual. It's not exotic per se, but she does have like a small almost looks like an oil slick on its back that like has that shimmer to it. um it's like an otter, but it's not as long as an otter usually is. It's very stubby, like someone made a munchkin otter. Like, you know how munchkin cats are like, they're like stubby and they've got stubby legs and stubby faces and stuff like that. Imagine someone did that to an otter.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I see.
She does have also a strange looking skunk like creature as well.
Is it like a raccoon?
No, it's more like a skunk. Big bushy
Okay.
like fan like tail. It looks kind of like a skunk mixed with a beaver.
Oh. Does she have a skunk? Raccoon by any chance?
Raccoon? No, not really.
All right. How much would it be for that stubby otter?
I think the price that I have on him is 35 gold.
I will
Now,
take your finest otter.
you will need to make sure that you get a carrying bowl for him if you're going to be traveling.
A carrying what? Bowl?
Bowl. It is a small backpack-like sphere that you carry that has water for them to swim around in. Almost like what she describes to you is kind of like a spherical camel pack.
Mm. All right.
They are semi-aquatic.
How much would that go for?
Altogether, the 450 for the blink dog. I could sell you everything that you need for the blink dog and the otter, along with the animals themselves. We could call it an even 600 gold. That will give you 2 weeks worth of food for both of them, as well as the backpack and collar, and the animals themselves.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. 600. Okay, that's. Then in that case, could I also have the shine horn?
Now, do you have... I want to make sure that you have the capacity for handling all of these animals. I don't want to give them to a home that cannot take care of them.
Of course, of course.
Blink dogs specifically and shine horns can travel pretty well. The otter is a little bit more precarious when traveling because you do have to have the pack. And a shine horn specifically can graze as you move. If you were going to get more than one animal, if you were going to get, say, 2, I would recommend you getting a shine horn and the blink puppy.
Yeah, I was
Just because they are easier to travel with. I would say that 3 of them would be pushing the limit of what I would be comfortable with selling you.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let's just go with that. Let's go for the blink dog and the shine horn.
All right.
Club Spoofy.
Well, in that case, it does raise the price just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's say I'll give you both of them at a little bit of a discount, a little bit more than the price for the otter and the blink dog. Let's go $625. Again, that will give you 2 weeks of food for the blink puppy and the shine horn, as well as the the necessary collar for the blink dog, and a few tools that would be needed to keep the shine horn in well maintenance.
Okay, so that'll be 625 gold.
Mm-hmm. Technically, that is cheaper getting them that way because what she quoted you individually, they would be like 650 for the 2 of them plus whatever care they needed. So 625 is a little bit of a discount if you buy both of them. I would tell you that with the Shinehorn specifically, they are very curious. So you kind of have to keep them on a keep watch for them because when they get scared, they produce the light. You can also train them to produce the light on command, but if you're trying to be stealthy in your travels and not draw attention, a Shinehorn being spooked can cause it to light up.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind then.
But this is where having a blink dog would be very good because you can essentially train a blink dog to herd your Shinehorn and keep it in check.
Perfect.
All right.
Then
Mark the gold off. Yeah,
625.
mark the gold off,
Yep.
and you get some food for the blink dog, and you get enough food if you're staying in the city for a long time for the Shinehorn as well. And she gives you for the Shinehorn, you get a little bit of like random stuff. You get like this weird knife looking thing, and she explains to you that this is used to trim the horns. You have to be very careful where the horns emit light because it'd be like cutting into a dog's quick bed for their nails. They do have arteries that go up through the horns that you have to be careful when trimming, but you do need to trim the horns because, and she looks, and specifically this is a male, so their horns will get bigger and more robust, which could cause you or them some harm. So you want to trim their horns back. She also gives you this weird looking pair of shears. About at this age, about once every 4 months, you need to shear your Shinehorn because it is a male and it will get fur quicker. It will
what?
shear
Yeah, 1, 2, how
Snip,
much
snip.
months?
4 months, every 4
4
months.
months. All right.
When it becomes an adult, it will be every 6 months.
All right.
Basically, when every half year you need to shear them. As well as this, and she gives you this weird file thing, and this is to sand down and shave their hooves down so that they do not their hooves do not get extra long and they don't get like sole separation and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you can mark down on your inventory that you have 2 weeks worth of blink dog food, 2 weeks worth of Shinehorn food, and Shinehorn animal handling tools. Shinehorn grooming tools.
All right. Sweet. Now, question: when can I get a mount?
You would need to go to the livery.
All right. Where can I find this so-called place?
The livery is relatively easy to find. You'll just look for the building that has stables.
All right. Sweet. Sweet. Cool. 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 Okay. Okay. Now. All right. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I give her a hug.
There is like she doesn't resist the hug. But there definitely is some like hesitation. And when you hold her, like when you hug her, there is a almost sweet smell, like rotting fruit and like sweet smelling plants. And her skin, as you like hold her, there is a weird spongy give to it.
Ooh. I see.
Like
Okay,
a fresh mushroom would have.
See, I see. Right.
She does not return the hug, though.
No, of course not, of course not.
But it's
No one
mostly
ever does.
because roll me just a straight intelligence check.
Do I just click on the intelligence?
Yeah.
Or where do I?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you cut off for me. What's up?
Yes, straight intelligence.
Yeah. All right. Nope.
Hold on just a second. I'm saving a picture of stuff so I can make a token. She is. You realize that she is a member of. Let me remember how to pronounce them. She is a Weyotlith. One of the Myconoid people that were like found 200 years ago in a forest in one of the countries to the east. Her people were, and they've since disseminated themselves throughout uh, the world of Evernathis.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk away now. Goodbye. Thank you so much for the introduction to culture
Absolutely.
and my
Thank
two
you
lovely
for
dogs
your
and pets.
patronage. And if you need any help with them at all, if you're in town, please stop by and I will see what I can do. I am also a practicing veterinarian, so to speak.
Okay, then I'll make sure to come back and see what's up. All right. And if you ever need anything, we are at this place, at this guild. I forgot the name of the place. At this guild hall place. So if you ever need anything, stop. Feel free to stop by. I'll be the
Uh,
one dragonborn there.
I'm sure there will be other dragonborns there, but I understand your meaning.
No, but I am the one.
Wow.
Mm. She looks at you suspiciously for a bit and is like, all right.
All right. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Have a great day.
You as well.
Wait. Before I go, hang on. Would you happen to know anything about a dragon? Um, around where was it? South, west?
Southwest villages.
Would you know anything about a dragon near the southwest villages?
Or no, not southwest. Just they're straight south. She
South.
looks at you and
Okay.
is like, unfortunately, I have not heard of any dragons around. I do know that they are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, dangerous.
All right. I'll take that into consideration.
All right.
Don't worry. I'll be able to handle myself.
I
I
hope
met some
so.
people back in the day. By day, I mean like 2 days ago. So it's all good.
I do hope that you are able to take care of yourself and there is not an issue with your pets.
Oh, trust me, there won't be. And if anything, I'll come back for that kitten if it's still here. So who knows? Maybe you'll see me
Again,
one day.
I wouldn't, as long as you have the blink dog, I would not
It will be okay.
it will not be. They are mortal enemies.
Oh, that bad.
Yes.
Never mind. It will not
They,
be okay.
it will not be okay. I would very much suggest that you do not try to own both of them at the same time.
All right. And if I ever come across one, I will run away with the dog.
I feel that to be the best. Though your
Right.
dog will try to fight it.
Of course it would. I would too. It's okay. If it does, I will be by its side. Do not worry.
All right.
I give her a thumbs up.
Okay.
Goodbye, maiden of the shrooms,
Just Spore is fine.
maiden of the spores.
Just Spore.
She just wants him to leave.
Goodbye, Spora.
Thank you so much for your patronage. I hope everything works out with your pets.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day. If you also run across any dragon egg pet, you know, I am always at the bar. It's cool.
Dragons.
Nothing like a wait. I'm just there. Don't worry. I'm not like drinking 24/7. I'm just there.
Dragons tend to be dangerous and sapient, and therefore, I personally do not traffic in dragon eggs.
All right. The hunt goes on. Farewell. And now
She
I ask
looks at you and
leave.
is like stops you for a second. You do realize that if you try to have a dragon as a pet, that would be tantamount to slavery, yes?
It will be okay.
Until it eats you.
I can race to be better. Do not worry.
All right.
It's not alright.
As we shift scenes, before we shift over to the library, what are you naming your Blink puppy and your Shinehorn?
Oh, it's a naming time. Oh,
Ooh,
it's an
on the
important
spot,
decision.
on the spot. No going back.
Oh, let's see. Like, I will name my Blink puppy Blinker.
And your Shinehorn?
I will name my Shinehorn.
Horny. Shiny.
Damn. I will call him Billy.
Kid.
Billy and Blinker.
No, wait, I don't want it to be Billy. I want it to be ooh. I'll call it Kith.
Kith? Kith?
Wow.
With
With
a
the
Y.
Y.
That's not why.
All right. I will eventually give you control of these, kind of like Noemi has control of Helki.
Okay.
But I'll have to stat them out first, so you'll have to give me a minute.
Yeah, sure thing. No problem. No rush, no problem.
But I do have their tokens.
Helki has companions. With Artemis.
I'm going to let you know right now. Before you get mad at me when it happens.
Oh
no.
no.
If you take them to dangerous areas,
Oh no.
They will probably die.
they will be targeted by things that want to kill them.
Of course.
So,
okay, I'll keep that
I'm
in mind.
letting you know that beforehand,
Okay.
because if you do, and they die, I don't want you to be mad at me because they died.
Okay, yeah. No problem.
All right, we switch over to the library with Byggen and Noemi and Emille. What are you all looking for at the library?
Hunting books.
How to
for education on fighting
negotiate with the
dragons in case we have
dragon.
to fight.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Emille, are you looking for the same? Or are you trying to get in contact with Kadan so he meets you at the library?
I think I'll pass on trying to get Kadan just because I don't want to like bug him in his day.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask the librarian for books on like news clippings on recent or like older cults or whatever in the city.
Older cults, you said?
Yeah, like evil cult people, if there's anything
All
on
right.
that.
Byggen and Noemi, you can either both roll me investigation, or one of you can roll me investigation with advantage. Emille, roll me investigation.
Ooh.
I think one of us should roll it. I got 2.
Oh, I got a -1.
Ooh, I got a 12.
All right. Should I just roll with advantage?
Yeah, roll with
Yeah.
advantage.
Okay. Come on.
Woo!
18.
There we go.
Okay. Emille, you find essentially public records of cult activity in Flostayne. You also are directed to a book on a history of it's like titled "A History of Cult Presence Within Flostayne as a Whole." Um, there's been very little cult activity in Flostayne through public record knowledge. There are 2 main ones, though. One of them was a cult of the Matron of Blood, known as the Pulse. They were led by a cleric of the Matron who, about 20 or so years ago, attacked the Magisterium and tried to kill the Lord of the Lord of Flostayne's father when he was still in power. It's not known how they attacked, or it's not at least it's not released to the public how the attack happened. It's just that there was a 10-day siege of the city in which the entire city was on military lockdown while the cult was trying to kill the Magister at the time. It reads that at the end of the 10-day siege, the cult was vanquished, with the leader being captured by, at the time, a member of what they have in quotations the Inquisition / Mage Hunter. And you remember that name as that is what Oberon had said that he did at one point in the past. And you read that the Inquisitor / Mage Hunter involved in it was then granted the title of Lord High Inquisitor of Flostayne. And there is a under it the name is Kadon. And you realize that this this cult and the taking down of this cult is how Kadon gained his title and status within the city. The next thing that you read about is it was a cult, but it was not a cult of any one of the gods of Evernathis. It was a cult dedicated to an entity only known as the Hungering Void. The public record states that the cult of the Hungering Void, while a nuisance and a dangerous element within the city, never came to any kind of siege or attack. It seemed that as quickly as the cult sprung up and gained hold in the city, it dissolved just as well.
Hmm. Interesting. Are there any kind of like maybe possible tie-ins to them being back in recent events?
The Pulse, no, as the cleric of the matron, uh, is still in the oubliette, which is the you only know of the oubliette because of your father being one of the working in the magisterium. It is a prison here in Flostayne that keeps the most dangerous elements.
Okay. Wait. And it's possible. Because if the matron is still locked up, then the sons would be forgotten. So it's possible.
There is a chance for the Pulse, but it does say that the cult was vanquished.
I'll keep it in consideration, because you never know. But I'm guessing that the other one then is just... I mean, if Kadan vanquished them all, I'm pretty sure there's no trace.
That is the Pulse. That is the one of the
that's
matron
the
that he...
Pulse?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I thought that was the matron of blood he vanquished.
They were a cult dedicated to the matron of blood.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Which is Kadan vanquished the cult members and captured the cleric. The Hungering Void sprung up, was a nuisance and like a dangerous element within the city, but quickly dissipated and was forgotten to time.
Right. Okay. Well, sounds like this wasn't very fruitful then. But cool facts about Kadan. I'll take it. Is there anything else I can read?
You also get the book of like cult activity in Flostayne as a country. And you realize that despite Flostayne being a country run by mages with very little divine influence in the country as a whole, they know that the gods are real, and it's not that they don't believe in them. It's just that divine worship is not a real big point that is dwelled upon within the country. Despite that, though, there have been lots of cult activities by rogue mages known as apostates or heretical clerics, or just what they call as cults of personality, led by a strange and weird presence. Some of the cults that you read about are still perceived to be at large in the country. Some cults have been considered defunct, with traces of the cult disappearing and or their leaders being captured and executed. You realize that this is the type of thing that the mage hunters tend to be called out on. Anyone that you also from this get the sense that anyone that does not fit within the magocracy's line of thinking with magic are considered apostates or heretical and are seen as cult activity if they have any kind of following. So, like, cult might not actually be when an organization is described as a cult, it might not actually be like a cult kind of organization. It's just led by a rogue mage that doesn't fit within the magocracy's rulings, or a cleric that might not believe directly the way the magocracy believes, and they are labeled as a cult and apostates or heretics, so that the magocracy can declare them as such and have the mage hunters, their clandestine group of assassins, go out and take care of these problematic organizations and individuals.
Right. Well, I mean, it sucks learning the truth,
Mhm.
but we come out smarter, I guess.
As for you, Byggen and Noemi, a lot of what you learn about fighting dragons, it gets broken down into 3 major points. Because you learn a lot of the same things that Kerdeas was able to tell you about dragons beforehand. That there are 3 types of dragons, the way they kind of interact with their surroundings. You find out that there are 2 countries in Evernathis that revere dragons for very different reasons. One of the countries being to the southwest, known as Ledrin. They revere dragons as primordial forces in the world. And while they realize that not all dragons are good dragons, all dragons should be revered to a point. And a country to the northeast known as Avalon, who at one time, many decades ago, possibly centuries ago, got it in their head, which Avalon is an imperial nation. It is run by an emperor that is like lineage through time immemorial. That they thought that they could tame is the wrong word. Subjugate is the right word. Subjugate dragons to use them as weapons of war. You also find out that the best way to fight a dragon is to figure out what type of dragon it is. Because the example they give in the information that you read through is if you find out that you're fighting a red dragon, they are immune to fire. So you wouldn't want to use fire on them. So learning the type of dragon that you are fighting kind of helps you prepare for what type of magic you should use against them, or what types of specialty arrows or weaponry or magic items that you should use against them. You also learn that all dragons have natural magic in them. It is just in their blood to be naturally magical. Most dragons can polymorph themselves into a human form. So, older dragons are really hard to find because they can transform themselves into human, like a humanoid form, and walk amongst you without ever knowing that they're dragons. You also find out that amongst chromatic dragons, there are standard personality types that have been recorded through like a large sample size. Red dragons, for instance, are tyrannical. If they choose to be like evil, and even if they're good red dragons, they have like a dictator tyrant sort of relationship with the area around them. They think that no matter who is in charge, really and truly they are in charge, and everyone should bend the knee to them because they are a dragon and therefore far more superior. Black dragons are agents of decay and corruption. again, it doesn't matter whether it's for good or ill. Black dragons seem to, if they're like good leaning black dragons, they look as death as a natural course of life and kind of foster that like cycle of everything that is born dies, everything that dies leads to new life. Whereas evil black dragons will take on a corrupting force around them. Blue dragons are the most aggressive and militaristic. They are the ones that tend to want to actively subjugate. Whereas a red dragon will just assume that it should be like the leader of wherever it's at. Blue dragons will attempt to actively take over, either feeling that if they're good leaning, they feel that they know how to run the area better. If they're evil, they feel that they they deserve to run the area. They deserve to be in charge. Green dragons are deceivers and liars. Whether that means that if they're good, they play the roles of like soothsayers and shamans and like spiritual leaders, leading to whatever they believe in. Or if they're evil, they literally sow chaos and discord by lying and deceiving and whatnot. White dragons, good or evil, are the most animalistic of any dragon. They seem to, in general, have a lower intelligence, and for whatever reason, also seem to be more feral than normal dragons.
Okay, so
There's not a ton of information on gem dragon personality or chromatic dragon or metallic dragon personality.
so in terms of like prepping to fight against one, if we don't know anything about it, it's kind of tough, right? Only thing we really know that's in general is that they're magical.
They are magical in nature. Most of them can cast spells. Even in their dragon form, they can cast spells. And not knowing what type of dragon you are dealing with can lead to like wizards and magical enchantments being not effective at all, like because whatever damage type you're using they're completely immune to, or at least them having some resistance to it.
And how
Okay, well,
would
that's
one?
useful for like when we see it.
Yeah, how would one figure out what?
We can't really prep
Yeah.
much, is the thing.
You can't prep much from here.
I mean, is there magical resistance items? I'm assuming those are kind of rare, right?
What do you mean?
Like any like armor that might be like a little resistant to most magic.
Yes, there are plenty of armors that are resistant to singular types of damage. They're magical items that like rings of resistances, come in a variety of damage types.
So
Go ahead.
basically, Byggen is gonna have to buy one of every
All 10
armor,
rings.
and then get there, figure out what kind of dragon it is, and then don on that armor. Be like, oh,
That's the
hold
thing,
on, gotta change.
I'm
You
just gonna wear
also
all 10 rings.
you can't attune to that many.
See, okay. So, I feel like in terms of I really came to like just see what we could prep, but it isn't much.
So like that is prepping to going actually fighting them.
Yeah.
You also find out there are some other prep stuff that you can take. There are records of magic weapons known as dragon slaying weapons. Mechanically, above game, they do more damage to dragons, no matter what type of dragon it is. There are arrows of dragon slaying, which are the same thing for ranged weapons. There are also potions of resistances that give you resistance to a certain damage type for a length of time. There are dragon scale armors, which give you resistance to the type of dragon that was used to make the armor. So, say you get green dragon scale armor, you are resistant to poison damage. Because poison is the type of damage that a green dragon deals. There is a small section on gem dragons, not their personality, but as the study of draconology has progressed, it has come to the attention that dragons of the gem variety usually have access to abilities that have so far been hard to replicate a resistance for.
Alright. So Noemi is taking notes, and she thinks, well, because it's hard to buy all the potions. I guess we could just buy every potion of resistance.
Yeah, but we have to buy one of each.
Yeah.
And I
Technically, you'd have to buy 4 of each,
Yeah.
5 of each.
Yeah.
And that can rack up.
Yeah. But
I
if we
feel
don't
like
do
we
it
shouldn't even
here,
take a gamble either.
yeah, if
you
we
know,
don't
but-
do it here, then we have to just hope that we come into
A town.
that has it there.
Wait, yeah. Do we know if it's 3 miles out? But do we know if it's gonna be near a town?
Yes, they are. The area in which this dragon is terrorizing, according to the guild contract, is a large town,
Okay.
and a few surrounding clusters of villages that this dragon is kind of taking up residence in and is menacing. So going to that town and then like asking around and possibly getting the type of potion that you would need or something like that would probably be the best. The best things that you could buy here is if you could find like a dragon slaying weapon or dragon slaying arrows.
Emille uses arrows. We can take a visit to one arrow
There we go.
user. Hey Emille, is Emille looking at like picture books?
He's reading like a big tome of like just it doesn't look like a what you guys are reading are kind of like biology books, right? With diagrams and whatnot, like books that show what pieces of the dragon, should you kill one, are best to harvest and stuff like that, and what they can be used for, as well as tactics in fighting a dragon. Emille is reading like almost an encyclopedia-esque style book.
Noemi asks Emille, "Do you want some special arrows?"
Sure. It's for the dragon, right?
Yep. You're our best hope.
You're the arrow user.
You're our captain.
Leave it to me. What kind of arrows do I need to get?
They are
The
considered
Pointiest.
dragon slaying arrows or arrows of dragon slaying.
The pointiest arrows.
I reach out to my family and see if we can procure any.
Okay. After a little bit, you go and you would have to go talk to your mother, as your father is probably at work, and your brother wouldn't have necessarily the what's the word I'm looking for? Pull to be able to pull something like that. You'd probably have to go talk to your mother.
I think we are.
I mean, I would probably bring it up by the time my father gets
Oh.
home. So
Okay.
Oh, for the family.
So
yeah.
Emille. Okay, I didn't know if it was like a mom. Someone tried to kill me, and then Emille's mom be like, "You are under house arrest."
Your mother, going and talking to your mother tells you, she's like, dragon sling arrows are difficult to find. It's not unheard of. Though I am worried that you're going to go attempt to kill a dragon.
sweats nervously. What makes you say that?
Why would you need arrows of dragon slaying if you were not going to go try?
The persuasion. We don't need to use them, but for a dragon to know we have them, perhaps we may avoid it altogether.
That is not persuasion, that is deception.
Either way, a diplomatic resolution. Something that only the best would know of. And then kind of paying the compliment, as I know that she is very diplomatic. And
Roll me a
charismatic.
deception check since you're like, we're not going to necessarily go kill a dragon.
Oh well, they didn't say to kill it.
No, no.
They know everything.
Bro started speaking on Kythron's death, man. Oh my god. Breaking down.
She looks at you and is like, Emille, just because I said I was nervous about you going to kill a dragon didn't mean I was going to lock you in your room and not let you go. I understand that despite me and your father's tutelage and wishes, you have chosen to take up the adventurer's life. While it is not a life that we necessarily agree with, it is a life that is yours, and that we both agree that you will come to stop on your own. But I will see what I can do.
Thank you, mother.
Give me a moment. And she walks off, leaving you kind of in the foyer of your home. As she is gone, Byggen and Noemi and Emille, all roll me a perception check.
Oh dear, I perceive nothing. I perceive something. I perceive more than Byggen's.
That's a door.
No, Byggen.
Is that perception?
Yes.
15.
15. I will give you advantage, Emille, because it is your house, and you know most of the things that go on in your house. you were the first to notice it, followed quickly by Noemi. As your mom leaves and you're left there for a few minutes, you feel eyes upon you. And quickly you notice that it is your brother.
I'm going to motion him over.
He's standing at the top of the stairs that overlook the foyer.
Oh,
He comes to the banister and is like, "Yes, brother, can I help you?"
not so much something that you can help with, but when we have the time, perhaps we could sit down and chat. It's been a while.
That it has, though I would prefer that you leave your friends out of it.
But of course, they can enjoy the pleasantries in the lobby and in the guest room.
Fair enough.
Wait, is Emille
No, I
ditching
did
us
hear
now?
you speak. Huh?
Is
Go ahead.
Emille ditching us now?
I don't know. Are you?
I wouldn't say it's ditching, more just
Oh,
like,
oh,
hey, I'm gonna go
ditching.
talk to him real
I
quick.
gotta got some business. Not ripping.
Not really
contracts or
ditching.
anything.
Leaves his guest standing in the foyer.
Can't believe this.
You retire to your brother's study. So, what is it you wish to speak of?
Well, just wanted to, I guess, talk about what I've been up to. I went on an adventure, joined the guild. It's pretty cool, right?
Mother and father informed me when you were accepted into the Broken Moon Company. There is a modicum of pride in that line of work. Though, if you ask me personally, I do believe that it is beneath you. But you have always had your own interest.
Beneath me as it may. There's nothing wrong with doing better in the world. That being said, when the city starts to chant my name, I would hope that you will all be there to revel as well.
Any honor that you receive does honor well upon our house and mother and father. We are family, Emille, and your victories are our victories.
And that right there is exactly why I need to continue on these quests and adventures to spread the name of House Cambria. And guess what? I will be slaying a dragon with the aid of our guild, of course.
My, lofty aspirations. Though I do wish you the best of luck. Emille, I know you as we've grown up. Your relationship with mother and father and our own relationship has been distant. As that you have a certain sense of justice that falls more in the doing of actions to pursue it. Whereas mine and father's and mother's sense comes from the laws that we help craft for the city.
Yes, and I would love to take part in the parliament and the magistrate and all the other rules and regulations, but there simply isn't a place for me there. There can only be one heir to the family, and it is most rightfully yours. I simply wish to contribute while I can, however I can.
Noble aspiration. I do not begrudge you your choices in life. Despite my distaste for the life that you've chosen, it does not mean that I see you as any less of a member of House Cambria. And just as you wish to win honor and praise to our house, and you wish for us to be there to join in the revelry of your victories, I would hope that in time, when my own victories are sung throughout the city, that you be there to join in mine.
Tell me, brother, does the sun rise in the morning? But of course I will be there. Celebrate your victories, and fathers and mothers. I will always be there.
It is good to know that I have the support of my family at my back. And whether mother and father ever admit it, I know that you have their support as well.
I'm going to smile at this and say, well, I would best be going, making sure that mother will find me. But it
I'm
has
sure
been
she
nice
will.
catching up again.
It has been. Before you leave, allow me just another moment. And he reaches in his desk and pulls out a small bracelet, like a bangle almost.
Oh,
I had this crafted for you for our birthday. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's your twin, right?
yes.
Yes. For our birthday. While it still is a little ways off, because of the dangerous undertaking of life that you have chosen, I wish to give it to you now as a gift of trust and luck on your journeys. And you see this bangle, and it is beautifully crafted. A platinum base with gold and electrum filigree into it, with a carved gem inset of the Cambrian house signet.
I take it from him, and after some careful examination and appreciation for it, I wear the bangle. It's definitely one to be cherished, brother.
And for my next gift, a bit of advice.
I raise an eyebrow.
With such lofty goals that you have, please make sure to try not to lose sight of where you come from. Remember that Flostayne is on the cusp of powerful enough to be raised into the sky with the other metropolises. And in that, you are the son of one of the Magisterium's officers. And that can put a target on your back for people that wish to use you for power. Please be on your guard. I would hope that your sense of justice does not also make you naive.
I assure you that my head is on as tight as a button. In fact, funny enough you mention it, there was my very first assassination attempt the other night. I haven't had the chance to tell Father, but I plan to tell Mother soon. You would be the first to hear of it, of course. But I know that you worry. Rest assured, I am well prepared, along with my companions.
Make me an insight check when you tell your brother of the assassination attempt.
Ooh.
As you say that, a look comes across his face that you read as worry, as well as the slightest hint of pride. And he looks down for a moment and is like, I would hold off on telling Mother until you can tell Father and Mother both at the same time. Maybe after this dragon that you're going to slay. Business.
Perhaps that would be best. I can't imagine how Father might take it being the last one to know. Yes, you're right. I should wait.
Also, I'm proud of you. It's not every day a noble has an assassination attempted on them, and they live to tell the tale. I hope that you are looking into the conspirators of this plot.
Rest assured, we have information that we hope to act on. No leads yet, but I will not rest until I know who it is and that they are brought to justice. Surely enough, if they have their sights on me, they have the sights on our family as well. And I will not rest until I know that our family is safe.
Very good. Keep me informed of any findings. I will do what I can from the house to not raise alarm to Mother and Father until it is told to them.
And with that being said, one word of advice for you, Noah. I'll put my hand on his shoulder and lean in close. Do be careful when you're investigating. We don't know who they are, but we do know that they might be within the Magisterium. So tread lightly.
The Magisterium's politics are a web of secret allies and backdoor dealings. Maybe through us we can change that for the better.
I know we can, and I'm going to do like the success baby meme, you know, like the fist, and he's like, yes.
All right. Well, I'm sure Mother will be looking for you, and your friends may have gotten bored. So, I will leave you to your preparations.
But of course, I'm gonna pat his shoulder, like the 1-2, and then kind of stand up and then walk towards the door. I'm gonna look behind my shoulder and be like, "Well, see you around, brother," and I'll walk out.
As you walk out, as right as your mom comes around the corner, and she looks at you and is like, I was able to procure 3 arrows of dragon slaying.
This will do nicely. Is there anything that I may be able to help out with, perhaps in exchange?
No, no, no. I just called in a few favors. It's nothing that you need to worry about.
You are the best, Mother. And I will gladly take it from her hands and bow.
Do be careful.
I will. And do keep your ears open. I'm sure the fanfare will be sounding soon.
One can only hope. She gives you like a slight hug and a kiss on your forehead. Which is nice, as you're not super close with your parents anymore.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to smile and bow. Oh, I must be off.
Absolutely. Go make us proud.
Going to nod and descend down the stairs to meet up with Noemi and Byggen.
Noemi is staring at the ceiling.
You've been in this house before, but still, it's a very nice house.
Yes, Noemi is very bored looking at the ceiling and the walls and the floor.
It's a nice wall.
What a great door.
I'm
Right,
going to
give me-
approach both of them and say, "Oh, the kitchen was right over there.
Oh,
If you would still like to help
there's
yourself."
door hinges right here. Look at it.
Give me just a second, guys. I have to run to the restroom.
No worries.
Sounds good.
And
Oh,
wow,
what a big house you have.
what beautiful floor tiles.
Wow. Is this Lysol? Wow.
It's the finest marble in all of Flostayne, I assure you.
I live in a lab.
That makes you sound like an experiment.
You like
Oh,
Jeff?
no,
Oh, no.
man. Might as well.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna feel pretty bad when I hear that.
Just the comparison, like,
Noemi thinks
I
back
have a room.
of the dark lab that we saw. She feels kind of bad too.
We were walking by one of those big tubes. Little did you guys know that's my room.
It has like your number.
I used to sleep in one of those.
It was your room. Now they just grow another one in there. Clearly.
God.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Change the
you can't go
experiment
back, I'm
number.
sorry.
Someone's got to tell Oberon it's not
Oh,
gonna
no.
be me.
I'm gonna put my hand on Biggin's back and say, "Come along now. We should grab you something to eat."
I hold back my tears.
Noemi grows concerned.
One very pale tear comes out of my very pale eye.
Tell me, Biggin, what do you like to eat? I'm sure we could find something.
Knowledge.
There.
Knowledge.
Looks in the fridge.
I'm going
So, I ate
to
at the
assume that
library,
means an
it's okay.
apple.
That's very-
Close enough. Close enough.
Wow, you just get me, Emille. That's awesome, man.
Pick one up
That's
from
my-
the fruit bowl, toss it over.
My
Bounces off of Biggin's head.
Oh. I haven't recovered from like the sadness, you know.
Mhm.
What? I mean, what? What's Kerdeas doing over there?
He's trying to train his 2 pets.
Oh wait, are we just staying like near the pet store?
Making my way
I
downtown.
don't know. I think he's
Okay.
he's trying to wrangle
was
his
walking
2 pets together. You ever tried
Just
walking
imagine
like?
he's walking them over to my house.
Yeah, I
just
was like,
because.
imagine like
Just a
walking
dragon
2
walking
puppies,
two-
and it's like dragging him along.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Why are you
Blinker.
dragging?
Small
What are you
distance.
dragging?
No, you know how like when you try to walk like
Dragging
multiple
these-
dogs, but like they're walking you?
Ooh.
That's what I imagine for Kerdeas.
As you guys leave Emille's house with these very meticulously crafted arrows, you eventually do meet back up with Kerdeas, who is walking along with a goat
Matt.
and a dog. I will pull their tokens out so you guys can see what tokens we're going to be using for them.
Bark, bark.
I'm going to look at him and say, Kerdeas, I thought you were prepping for the trip tomorrow. Is this emergency food?
Huh?
I'm going to point towards the goat. Like, if we need to eat something and we can't find anything.
Oh my god.
No.
Noemi
no.
looks at the goat and says, "This is much more fresh food than we had when we went to our last mission."
Alright. First of all, no one is eating it, okay?
Why would you
that's right.
name
His
your
name is
emergency food?
Why would you name our emergency food?
Where's beef and pork, man?
That makes it harder to eat, Kerdeas.
That's the point.
We'll have fresh milk.
I'd rather eat you guys first. What?
Excuse me.
Sheesh.
As you mention about eating the goat comes up to you, Noemi, and like headbutts your knee.
Noemi pets the
Sucker.
goat.
Meh.
I nodded the goat. Like, yeah, you're right.
Sup?
The puppy
G.
that is on a leash and has this intricate looking collar around their neck is like running in circles around Kerdeas's leg, and then eventually can't go any further one way and then runs around in another one.
I'm gonna pick him up and say, "This is Blinker, my son."
Your son, did you pick these up today?
Yes.
I
Yes,
thought
I did.
As in about an hour ago?
As in, yeah, that's some, yeah, pretty much.
as in you were supposed to be doing reconnaissance research about a dragon?
I mean,
Where did
I
you
was
ask?
Everywhere, including a
Pet
store that sold pets, and I
Ah.
got said pet. There was also a cat and a weird-looking bird that looked like a plant, kind of like a fly bird.
You
Something.
guys are, while you're talking to Kerdeas, you see Blinker begin to vibrate.
Noemi
Vibrate.
points.
I'm gonna
He
Perception
vibrates
off
and
on
vibrates and vibrates and shakes and vibrates and shakes and then disappears.
Noemi
I'm
says,
imagining this emote.
Hang on.
He disappears out of your hands, Kerdeas, and then reappears on top of your head.
Oh,
Interesting little guy.
I'm gonna pet him on my head. Like, yeah, he does that. His
What does it do?
blinker.
Oh,
He blinks.
oh, me too, man.
Noemi blinks.
He blinks and barks.
He starts shifting again on top of Kerdeas's head, and then like disappears and reappears on Noemi's head. Just and starts like
Noemi.
rooting in your hair like dogs do,
All right.
almost flea biting you.
Noemi like grabs him to not be on her head and kind of gives little chin scritches.
As you give chin scritches, that wet puppy tongue just slurps the side of your face.
And Noemi drops it to Emille.
chasing him around.
Hey, careful with my son.
He's a cute one, and then I'll like rub his head and hand him back to Kerdeas. But
Thank you.
I'm not against having travel companions, but we are going into combat. Will they be okay?
Would dragons think it's a snack?
I'm gonna take him with me. Do not worry though. I will before entering combat, I will protect him with my life and leave him somewhere.
Noemi
worry.
whispers, he's gonna
I'll put
die.
him somewhere safe. No, I'll put him somewhere
And the
safe.
goat?
It's all good. The goat is our light source, okay? He has light.
So they're both
It's about
coming
this
with
time.
us.
It's about this time that Archimedes, like, and like flies down and swoops between you all, signaling that Tybalt, who has not been with you for any of this, has shown up, and the screech that the owl makes. You see a bright light come off the horns of the goat, and then it freezes up and falls over like a fainting goat.
Oh no.
It takes a few seconds before it like starts moving its legs again and gets back up.
A distraction. Perfect.
No, leave my goat alone. Don't. It's okay. And I give him a head pat and shin scratches.
As you are petting Kith, Tybalt walks up. Why is there a Shinehorn?
I'm going to look towards
Well,
Kerdeas.
Noemi
well,
explains,
I
this
taught
is
him.
not food.
I
No
know.
one
I'm staring.
would eat a live baby goat. You maniacs.
Tybalt kind of looks at you and is like, actually, like,
No, Tybalt. No. No.
actually, like,
Actually.
Not now, Tybalt.
slaughtered kids are a
No.
rare
No.
delicacy.
No.
Mm.
Bad Tybalt. Don't eat them.
Actually.
Actually.
Shinehorns are native to the country that I grew up in.
How? What? Don't eat my goat. What if I eat your bird? You know,
swear
it's
I hear a goat in the background.
You do.
Oh
You do.
my god.
I keep hearing the metal pipe drop in the background sound.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys hear it too, but there's like a specific point where it really sounds like the metal pipe dropping.
He's like, I have never eaten a Shinehorn. Their wool and the ability that they have to produce light is relatively useful.
Sound right there.
But I mean, regular livestock. It is a delicate dish to when goats have too many kids, and there is a smaller one that cannot be raised for milk or wool or meat. You go ahead and slaughter it and butcher it, and it's like veal almost.
I get close to Tybalt.
Noemi,
put my
as
armor on
Tybalt
him.
is saying this, Noemi kind of like puts her hand up to the Kit's ears.
Thank you. I'm gonna put my arm over Tybalt and be like, you know, in some places you are considered a delicacy, and I kind of lick my lips with my dragonborn tongue.
Noemi nudges Byggen.
I'm gonna walk up in between them and be like,
Surprised.
okay, I think this has maybe gotten into a little bit of a different conversation here.
Tybalt, like, before he separates, Tybalt looks at you, Kerdeas, and is like, If you're suggesting that cannibalism is a practice that is used in certain parts of the world, you're not wrong. And if you're suggesting that you have eaten human, I would call you a liar.
Oh no, no. I would never eat anything like that. Ugh. Human's taste. Ugh. No, not me. But don't eat the goat.
I don't plan on eating your goat.
And look at everyone. No goat eating. Even if we're stuck on an island, we eat Helki.
But Helki will
But-
give no sustenance.
But Helki is.
We will eat the bird.
My bird will
But-
give no
but-
sustenance.
What the fuck? True.
Well,
They're
eat
magical
you.
familiars.
Meal. We
No.
eat the youngest first.
Kerdeas, I like you as a friend and a compatriot. But if we get stuck on an island anywhere and you still have that goat, I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat you. This is no, it's eating my goat. I will protect this.
Holographic meatloaf.
Anyways, how is everyone's research coming along?
We got pointy arrows.
That's about it.
Besides, yeah. Besides, that's them. Besides what I already know, I found nothing. No rumors. No nothing. I found a goat and a dog. I think
You
overall,
found
overall,
a
to
goat
be
and a
honest,
dog? We should find their owners
Well,
then.
well. Okay. I found them in a place and bought them. Okay.
Oh. That's different.
So yeah. So yeah, that happened. Overall, I think it was a pretty successful evening.
So to
afternoon.
clarify,
It's pretty-
they're coming with us to fight a dragon,
no,
a
they're
goat
not
that
coming
can't
with us.
run, and the dog
They're
that
not coming
vibrates.
with us. They're not coming with
I
us. to
like how
fight
both
a
your pets are
dragon.
basically electronic.
But on the way, I need to, I can't use. I'll leave it somewhere hidden. Don't worry about X. Let me worry about X.
So
You worry
you're
about
gonna
Y.
stash them somewhere and hope they don't get kidnapped.
I can't just leave my dog, man. He needs to. Look at him. He's playful. He's a baby.
Sir, you bought pets before a trip.
And not even horses.
Well, yeah, but look how cute this dog is, and I hope my.
Yes, that's how
dog-
we're gonna
oh.
defeat the dragon. But look how cute this dog is. Can you please leave the city?
I will die first. It's okay. I'll leave it somewhere in the city. That we're going to a city, right? There has to be a tavern. I'll leave it in the room. It's gonna be okay. It's the same as leaving it here. It'll be fine.
If we are going to go stock up in a nearby town over there, it's not wrong. But it is his pets too. Like, if
Okay,
something happens,
it
I
is
don't
your
really think it's, like-
responsibility. I got
Yeah.
Jeff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna take the rat into a battle with the dragon?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This rat has survived a Cambrian. Has your pet survived that?
That rat is
I don't
5
know,
of 5
maybe.
on good game calls, That's my captain right there.
It's a mascot.
Mm.
The leader.
Didn't Kythron die protecting that rat?
You don't know his name?
Yeah.
Who-
Why would you bring up?
I'm
Why would
sorry.
you bring up
I'm
Python?
sorry. Didn't your friend who died protect him until his last breath? Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna die for that rat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would
What
Tybalt
was his
looks-
name?
this dog.
Tybalt just rubs his temple. Please don't say that out loud. If we make enemies and they capture the rat, they're going to expect you to die for the rat.
If anything,
Jeff
it's a
would
good deception
never.
tactic.
Jeff would never get caught.
Don't
He's
say it.
way too smart for that.
Can I just kind of like do an a perception or something, insight check, and see if there's someone listening?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Let's perceive.
That's how we take out Emille's assassins. Wow, Emille's really attached to this rat. If only nothing happened to this rat.
That's basically Team Rocket and Pikachu.
You don't see anyone listening to your conversation. Most people that you see on the road are like moving quickly, going about their day. But you do notice someone coming in your direction.
All right, guys, cool it.
You see a small, looks like a cross between a baby alligator and a gecko.
What the? Frick?
Just like
Excuse me.
waddles up to you.
What is it? What is this?
Hey, which one of you are, a mile of cannon fodder?
Miles, please. Go ahead.
Nosmora.
Emille. He called him Emille
Email
of cannon fodder.
of cannon
Pat
fodder.
Email.
Email of cannon fodder.
I don't know an
He-
email, but
This
would you care to
is
introduce
email.
yourself?
Oh, well, I'm looking for Emille of cannon fodder. I have a letter from Miss Rayleigh.
Oh, Noemi points at Emille. Yeah, that's him. He can read.
That's amazing. I can't read.
Cannon fodder is for you. And I push email forward.
Okay. I'm going to
Cannon fodder.
extend my hand and I guess take the letter.
The little like alligator gecko thing holds up a sealed letter. Doesn't let it go though, and holds out his hand.
Payment, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Will this do? And I guess I'll do 1 gold piece.
Shiny. Immediately, like as soon as the gold touches its hand, he lets go of the letter and like holds the gold piece in between both of his hands. Is like,
Can I like ask him, hey, are you this lady's servant? What are you? Who are you?
That's kind of
Um,
rude.
I
Piece
work
of
for Miss
gold.
Rayleigh.
Would you want to work with me?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean not. You're smart. For someone who doesn't know how to read, you make good choices.
Well, if I don't work for Miss Rayleigh and I betray her, she said that she would skin me alive and put me in a soup.
Oh, I give him like a head pat, like, okay. I give him a
You
look.
guys noticing as looking more at this little like alligator gecko thing, that this is a kobold.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Let's
Like,
see.
well,
What's your name again?
Oh, Miss Rayleigh just calls me Snotlout.
Can I call you Snotty?
Mine? No.
Oh.
Rizzler music plays.
Email. I didn't know you were into kobolds.
No, I was suggesting for you. Seems more of your type of level.
What does that mean?
Riz.
What does that mean?
Oh.
Your type level of Riz.
Wow. Excuse me, sir.
Nomi should bring popcorn.
I'm gonna smack.
This is
Emille
essentially
with
what
my
you guys are
tail.
looking at.
Like
I'm
softly.
posting.
Have you
This
seen,
is essentially what you guys are looking at.
Have you seen the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
Yeah, I've not seen
I'm
it yet, but I want to.
imagining- Okay,
It's
there's a
so good.
character that I imagine would describe this guy really, really accurately.
If you look in OCC talk, you'll see essentially what you guys are
love
looking
it.
at.
I kind
I
of
love
want
it,
it.
though.
Oh my god.
You
He's kinda-
can't have it. It's not a pet.
I kind of.
It's a person.
Very.
You can't
It is
have
very-
it.
I like his little scarf.
Okay. What if we talk to Raleigh about keeping you for a bit?
Why?
No.
Bro's collecting.
No, because you don't want to, or no, because you're afraid of what might happen.
No.
No offense, but I
And
don't think we
by
need him.
his. I pick him up by his. I pick him up. That's it. I'm gonna pick him up.
As you pick him up, he's like starts wiggling around.
Put him down.
And you need to
Make a dex save.
Oh, no.
Constitution check.
Oh boy.
you need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, gee, that's right.
This time.
Ouch.
Oh, that's a fail.
Oh.
That's
You
a
are
fail.
going to take 7 points of poison damage as he like freaks out and starts wiggling
Traumatized.
around and opens his mouth and a bunch of bees come out of his mouth and like start stinging you in the face. And
Like-
you need
like-
to you're going to need to like you drop him automatically and
Mm.
you like run a little bit to the north of where you're standing, just bees like trying to get the bees off of you.
Can I just use my breath weapon?
I mean, you can if you want to.
In panic, I breathe fire.
Do you breathe
mean,
fire? You
breathe
breathe
lightning.
lightning. So you breathe it in a line. As you're panicking, I want you to roll me a d4 to see which way you breathe your
No.
breath
It's in a
weapon.
cone.
Is it?
Yeah. 15-foot cone.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll me a
no.
d4 and see what direction.
D4. Let's see. Got a 2.
All right, so you ran north, so you turn south and you breathe in a 15-foot cone. I need everyone to make me a dexterity save.
I'm not the most dexterous person.
I wish I could have jumped out of the way first.
You,
Oh,
you guys are good. You guys are good.
Oh,
You're
sick.
fine.
Bro did a backflip on the way.
So
If I'm right, though, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it just means that you take half the damage.
I
You
also
don't
have
actually avoid it.
+1 day saving throw.
Tybalt needs to make me a dex save.
Oh, Tybalt. Not Tybalt, man. Not my girl.
Says the person who was literally breathing on us.
Oh, I'm sorry for breathing. I'm sorry
Oh.
for breathing. bro.
Oh, Tybalt's a
did not fail.
natural.
Tybalt. So just kind of like.
Unfortunately, Noemi, you're the only person that fails,
Oh.
which means that On a failed save. Roll a d10. You take. Oh no, sorry. Kerdeas needs to roll a d10. Apologies.
Sweet. Roll D10. Okay, I'll take your 5 then, Noemi. Don't worry.
Noemi, you take 5 points of lightning damage. Everyone else takes 2 points of lightning damage.
I just kind of like go like, oops, sorry. It's such a funny little guy though. My apologies, and I go like this.
It's not a lot of lightning damage. It's more like you guys got tased. The little kobold doesn't look like he got any of the effect.
Okay.
Please don't pick me up.
My apologies. You just look so funny and so fun. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. My
Kerdeas,
apologies.
shut up.
Okay, that's rude. First of all,
Shut up.
sheesh.
Close your mouth.
You close your face, bro.
With that, Kerdeas, you feel a sharp kick to your shin as this little kobold goes running off.
Wait, no, come back. Well,
Kobold, come
well.
back. No.
With that,
Kobolds to the wind.
Emille, you have the list of people that she suspects. There are 10 names on this list.
Long list.
Roll me just a straight intelligence check. You know 4 of them.
Oh.
4 of
As
them
in
you
I
know.
them?
No, you know who they are. You don't know them personally, but you've seen them speak with your father.
Gotcha.
4 of them, or 5 of them, you do not know. But there are a lot of people that work in the magisterium here, and then one of them, you've never even heard of. And you're not sure if it's a new person in the magisterium that you just haven't heard about yet, or what it is. But they, the name isn't. There's not a name there. It's a title. And the title is just the Black Veil.
Interesting.
But with that, I think I'm going to end session so we don't run long tonight. As you guys have a plan of action, we'll start next session with you investigating those 2 and then getting on your guys' way. This gives me time to create the small little village that you guys are going to be into, and essentially the dragon's lair that you guys are going to have to go into.
Woo.
Ooh. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. This is the best day.
We got more pets.
It'll be a battle dog.
Is
Army
everyone
on
good on the No, not the 13th. Not Friday the 13th.
Woo.
The 12th.
Oh my gosh. Friday the 13th spooky event. Oh my gosh.
Spoopy.
Spooky. Yeah. 12. 12 works for me.
I'm playing California Girls on the 13th.
You're doing what?
Yeah.
I'm be playing California Girls on the 13th.
What is
Doing the
that?
dance.
That's
The dance meme from Friday the 13th. It's like,
Yeah.
California girls. And like, they jump and they shake. And
I
I'm just
got
gonna send the video.
I got you.
Okay.
No, wait. Send it on the 13th. Send it on the 13th. Let us all forget about it then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Like, what's this?
I've
Why did you
seen
send
I've
this?
seen the Katy Perry music video, if that's what you're talking about.
Oh,
It's better than the music video.
Okay.
It's better.
should
yo.
I not send it?
Oh my god.
Someone can send it to me. I want to see this now.
Oh,
No, you gotta wait till the 13th.
Oh, son of a bitch.
There you go. There you go. Just forget about it. Just forget about it, man. It's not worth
It's
it.
gonna be mid-session too. It's like near the end of the session. It's like, oh.
Randomly, like, oh, Axyl,
This
look
is
at your
13.
DMs.
Do we have to wait? I kind of want to send it now.
I just said
Yeah, you can send it now.
Yes,
Okay. It's gonna be in,
In some places,
memory.
it is the 13 already. Don't worry. The meme.
well, I mean, if
Where's the...
I'll just send it.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
The fuck? What am I watching?
So there was a game that released a while ago called Friday the 13th, and it's like Dead by Daylight in a way. But you just gotta
Right.
survive.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is from that game.
But you
Oh,
can
fuck all of
basically-
this.
Your character has like pre-made like dance moves, I guess.
That game
Yeah, like
is
dance
fucking
emotes
toxic,
just to mess
bro. Oh my
around,
God.
and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys
It's the
know.
sick-
And then someone just like did it.
I'm gonna let you guys know that I'm an avid Dead by Daylight player, and if someone did that shit to me in Dead by Daylight, I get mad enough when they teabag. Because they think they've
so much.
they think they've outdone me or something like that when I'm playing killer, and they'll teabag, and I'm like, oof, you.
Tunnel vision, bro. Tunnel vision
I
right
can't
there.
wait till October.
Fuck that guy.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, next dance party
Yo, that little shit
in the
goes-
tavern.
in the tavern.
She looked like she's having a seizure.
Yo, she's going in, bro. She's that little shake, that little in between shake.
I love the
Yo.
in between shake. It's so funny.
Yo, that's Kerdeas' dog. Holy shit.
Can I say?
All right.
Thank you guys for
Thank you
games.
for the
Thank you for
session.
session, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for the pets.
Everyone get
Thank you
some
for the
rest
sessions.
tonight.
Good night.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, same. Don't eat any goats.
No
The
promises.
goat is good.
No promises. Bye.
Right.